Single family versus multifamily investing. Guess what? That's the story of my life. As many of you know, I started off with single family home investing. I had a bunch of rentals scattered about to accomplish what I thought were my life goals and dreams. And that was to create enough income or passive income to leave my job or have options to leave my job. Number two, to provide better for my son. I was a single parent and I was struggling and I wanted to be a better dad. And number three, I could see myself doing real estate full time. So I wanted to make this my new career and I was tired of trading time for dollars. So I invested in a bunch of single family homes scattered throughout, but I got stuck. And maybe what I'm about to describe is you. So pay attention. If you own a single family rental, pay attention to this, okay? Here's my situation. Here's where I got stuck. Number one, after buying multiple single family rentals, there just wasn't enough cash flow, okay? Case in point, okay? Here's one of my properties. When a tenant moved out, I was 100% vacant, okay? Not producing any income, and I had to pay for the mortgage, insurance, taxes while I get the unit, get the home ready. And so, in this one particular property, and mind you, I had several, I saved $4,000 for that year, okay? Saved it up and became vacant. But getting it rent ready cost about $4,000. So I had this vicious cycle of saving money and then spending it, saving money and spending it, not getting ahead. Number two, I had to look after, and this really got me, I had to look after multiple roofs because I have property scattered about multiple roofs. I had multiple HVAC systems to look after, and I had a mound of accounting to do. Every month on the 30th, with all these properties, I had to do all the accounting, and I hated it, okay? So a lot of properties, a lot of responsibilities, and mind you, if one of my roofs or HVACs failed, it had to be replaced, I was in big trouble. I had to dig in my savings to pay for this enormous expense of a roof or a HVAC replacement. And then number three, on a decent engineer salary, which I had, my tax write-offs were minimal. Here's the guideline here. If you have a salary of less than $100,000 a year, you can get up to $25,000 in tax write-offs in that tax year. But if you made over $150,000 a year, your tax write-offs phased out to zero. So I had all these properties, but I couldn't take advantage of the tax write-offs. I was not a real estate professional yet because I still worked as an engineer, but I could not take any advantages of having all these properties. So I had issues 1, 2, and 3, right? And they were not equating to financial freedom or getting my goals achieved. Let me stop right here, okay? Which one of these 1, 2, and 3 do you identify with more, okay? Are you the person with multiple homes and just not enough cash flow? Do you have a bunch of homes and you have to look after all the roofs, all the HVACs, do all the accounting, you have all these scattered properties? Or number three, are you not able to take advantage of all the massive tax advantages that should be available for you? So if you can identify with 1, 2, or 3, I want you to put that in the comments box right now. If you identify with 1, not enough cash flow for your single family home, put in 1. If you have 2, where you don't have the ability to scale because you just have too many responsibilities, put in 2. Or 3, you don't have enough tax write-offs. Put those in comments. I want to hear all about you. Maybe this is a future video. All right. Well, one day I was having a conversation with my mentor, and I was sharing with him all these issues that I was having and not being able to achieve my goal of creating this passive income, spending more time with my son, and doing this business full time. And I shared with him, and I asked him, is there a way that I can combine everything together under one roof so I can scale this thing properly? And he said, yeah, Peter, there is. It's called an apartment building. I went, oh, so light bulb went up. So I engrossed myself in the multifamily apartment building business, read everything I could, talked to whomever I could talk to, and here's what I learned. Here's what I learned, okay? And what I learned equaled my life goals being accomplished. I achieved them. Follow me here, right? Here's what I learned. When you have a single family home, and some of you have them, as you know, when you have one vacancy, okay, you have zero rent. So elemental, so fundamental. When you have one late payer in your single family home, you also have zero rent. Okay, so huge problem here. Now, if you have a 5-unit building, so imagine 5 single family homes under one roof, that's what this commercial property is. When you have one vacancy, one person not paying, I still have 80% of the rent coming in, okay? And I have one late payer out of 5, I still have 80% of the rent coming in. So what that solves for me at that time, it solved the inconsistent cash flow and the inefficiency of having a bunch of homes, okay? It solved that, all right? So as a result of me buying a lot of multifamily, making that shift from selling my single family homes and upgrading into multifamily, I was able to quit my job, okay? And I qualified for the IRS designation of a real estate professional. That means all of my income, all of my time is dedicated to my properties, to my investment properties, okay? And I put there's a video that I did, the link will appear, where I explain how to achieve that. I won't go that in here. But what it does, when you qualify for the REP or real estate professional status, that's the IRS status, it gave me unlimited tax write-offs, which was huge game changer for me, okay? Huge, okay? And number 2, I was able, this was probably the most important thing to me, I was able to drive my son and his buddies, and there were 2 more of them, to school every day in my pajamas, right? And the parents are wondering, why does this guy have his pajamas on? Doesn't he go to work? Yes, I work hard on my properties, but at 7 in the morning, I'm not going to change to drive the kids to school, okay? And a big smile on my face. Another key thing is because I was able to quit my job, and again, this was so important to me, I was able to go on nearly every single field trip that my son had. I had a blast, okay? I had a blast. I was one of the most favorite parents of all time in that school because I would have so much fun with the kids. All right. And number 3, I was still able to get multifamily loans, okay? So when I quit my job, of course, I have no more W-2 income coming in. So I also did creative finance. I did huge master lease agreement deals, okay, that were very prosperous, and they gave me income. So I was able to prove to the lender I had income coming in from these properties, okay? But on the deals where I need to get the bank loan, the lender focus for multifamily commercial size, here's the priority, what they qualify. They qualify the NOI first, the net operating income, okay? Can the property afford the loan that you're asking for? They will look at the area because as a commercial lender, if it's in the wrong area, they're not going to lend on it, okay? So they're going to look at the numbers first, the area, and then me, okay? So I'm third on the totem pole, okay? So that's the priority when you get into commercial size multifamily. When you buy a single family home, it's all about you and your credit, okay? That's number 1, okay? But when you get into commercial multifamily, it's the NOI, it's the neighborhood, and then it's you, okay? All right. And then one of the greatest things too is as my portfolio grew, my properties got larger, any loan that was greater than $1 million, they were basically non-recourse, meaning that there was no personal guarantee. So I didn't personally have to sign on. I signed on the loan, but if something went wrong, they couldn't come after me because it was considered non-recourse. That's where the big boys play. And it's something you should try to attain to. Okay? All right. So there we go. All right. So life goals achieved. What I want to do next is to help you get into that boat of taking your single family homes and upgrading, and it is an upgrade, into multifamily. Let me give you the 3 steps to doing that. I'd like to wrap up this video right now by giving you steps in which you can do if you'd like to take your single family home or homes and upgrade, and it is an upgrade, into multifamily. All right, step number 1. Well, before I go to step number 1, let me ask you this. if you want to learn more about upgrading or how we can help you, we'll guide you and share with you the options of upgrading. You can go ahead and text Peter to 833-942-4516. Also, the number will appear on your screen, and text us, okay? Text us your questions or what you would like to do with your single family, and let's see if we can help you. Next, let's get to the 3 steps. All right, first step is, what do you start, right? Where do I start, Peter? Well, here's a big question. Do I start with a 4-unit apartment building or a 5-unit apartment building, right? Great question. Now remember, a 4-unit apartment building or 4-plex or triplex or duplex is considered residential, okay? So that has its own set of rules. It's actually simpler because it's almost like getting a loan for a home. And there's plenty of these as opposed to commercial property. So yeah, so it's simpler, there's more of these. Maybe that's something that you do, all right? Or do you start off with a 5-unit apartment building? This is where most of our students start. And it's so anything that's 5 units and greater is considered a commercial size apartment building. And this is where you get to force the appreciation. You can't do that with a 4-plex. Here, you can raise your rents, raise the value of the property, and it gives you more options on selling it for more, increasing the value faster, doing cash out refis faster. So you get a whole lot more prosperous options here than you do with the 4-plex. And the advantage here is you get in simpler, okay? You can be a multifamily investor quickly as opposed to this one, all right? Now, I have a video on helping you choose between a 4-plex and 5-plex. The link will appear on the screen, and check it out. It's one of our students who made that choice, okay? All right, number 2 is, what if you don't have a lot of money or your single family rental doesn't have a lot of equity? It doesn't have a lot of profit if you were to sell it. Well, don't let that stop you. Majority of our students are in this category, okay? But don't let that stop you, because we can still do creative financing, okay? So there's a link that will appear where we can teach you how to do the master lease agreement where there's no banks involved. We can teach you how to do the seller carry first where the lender becomes the bank, or we can teach you how to do a seller carry second mortgage where the seller helps you with the down payment. So we have all these options, and I truly believe that we're the best at it out there and teaching our students how to do this creative financing for multifamily and commercial real estate, okay? All right, number 3, I really want you to check out this video. This video of our students, their names are Bruce and Renee, right? They are the epitome of single family versus multifamily. They came to us and they had I don't know, 8 or 10 single family homes, and they couldn't make any progress. They couldn't retire. They couldn't get their wealth over a certain hump, and we helped them big time. So their video link's going to appear on the screen. And so they upgraded to a 24-unit apartment building, and the rest is history, okay? That one, and they have several now, several multifamily properties, but that one, their first one, added millions of dollars to their net worth and changed their life drastically. So go ahead and check out their video. All right, so there you go. If you hung out with me this long, you are my favorite. So I really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you got something out of going from single family into multifamily. It's well worth the risk, it's well worth the effort, and it's a true life changer for myself and for other students. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, what I want you to do, if you could do me a favor, if you can just hit the like button, so it will encourage us to put out more videos like this. But if you want to get more videos on your feed from us, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We'll send you more. If you'd like to just learn more about multifamily commercial, a link will appear on the screen of our free book. Go ahead and download it and have fun with it. We also have a course on commercial real estate that's just awesome, just for beginners. It's free, so register and go for it and learn all that you can. All right, and if you want to be one of our students like Bruce or Renee or others, like this person here, go ahead and apply to be one of our mentees, one of our proteges. The link will appear on the screen too. We'd love to talk to you. All right, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you at the next video.